everybody. Good afternoon. It is noon and it's time for another Quick Bites video coming at you from the Bucks County Free Library Facebook page. My name is Miss Michelle and I'm so excited to welcome you here today. Today we're going to be learning how to make string art flowers. String art is a really beautiful type of art that looks like it's complex and can create some really beautiful artworks, but which is actually quite simple to learn how to do. So I thought we'd take about 10 to 15 minutes today and learn together how to make one of these beautiful things. So these are two examples that I made earlier. Okay, you can see here. There's one, and then this is another type, so you'll see here. All right, so these are some of the ones I made earlier, but really you can use your imagination once you learn the technique to make anything at all. You can make flowers, but you can also make all kinds of great things like hearts, stars, horses, embroidered letters, and things like that too. So this technique can be used to make all kinds of different beautiful things. It's a really popular technique with card makers, so you could make a greeting card or a birthday card for someone you love. So let's get started. Now, to make string art flowers, what we're going to use is, of course, some string. Now, I just got this embroidery thread from the craft store, but you can actually use yarn if you have it, and big yarn needles. It's great to use those for kids because it helps increase their manual dexterity. Today, I'm going to be using actually embroidery needles. These are a little bit bigger than your standard one because I'm using the whole thread to do this. Okay. So we're also going to use, of course, a pair of scissors. I've got my trusty ones right here. And we're going to be using a piece of heavy cardstock. So this really helps give your string art a nice heavy base to work from. Okay. So I am going to get this stuff out of the way here. Okay. And what we're going to do first is we are going to just draw a basic shape. Okay? Whatever shape you want to string art, you can put onto this paper. So let's do a flower. I'm going to use this light gray color here. Okay. Oh, it's actually a light purple. So I'm going to try and draw a flower shape. Now I like to do this very lightly so that I could either erase it later or so that it doesn't show up as loudly in my art. But you can always incorporate it into your design if you want to. There we go. And so here's my flower shape. You guys can see that. Now you can make a template out of that if you're going to make multiple flowers, then you want them all to look the same. I find a little bit of difference makes it look better, though. I love making different creative mistakes. Now, the other thing you're going to need, and I find this is very helpful, is a pin. Okay, so kids, if you're doing this, make sure you have a grown-up present. So this will be a little bit sharp. Now, in order to make it easier for our needle to go through this heavy cardstock or heavy paper, what we're going to do is poke holes into our paper. There we go. Now with a flower, I like to start where the petals come together first. Okay, so I start with those. And then you can make as many holes around each petal as you'd like. I'm going to just make 3. So the more holes you put into your string art, the more complex it's going to look. So the complexity can sometimes make your flower more impressive. Okay. And there's so many different techniques. So I'm going to show you one way to do it today. But once you've learned the basic technique, you can really go wild with it and do all kinds of things. I've seen some really beautiful string art online that really just blows my mind. All right, so here's my paper. You can see on the back too, there are the holes poked into it. You can see. So if you really wanted, you could actually just flip it over if you didn't want to see any of that outline and only use the back side with the holes poked on it. Secret tip. Okay, so I pre-threaded my needles here, and I'm going to start with this pink thread. And this is it. This is literally how easy it is. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the back of the paper. Okay, and I already have a knot tied into one end of my embroidery thread. And because I already poked that hole in there, it's very easy to get that string through. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose another hole to go through at the top of my flower. I don't usually like to have it directly across. Okay, I like to make them at different angles and different shapes because I feel like it really adds a nice kind of effect to it. Makes it look a little bit scattered, a little bit more visually interesting. Here we go. And you just keep sewing. This happens a lot. I get stuck on the paper. So you just keep sewing. I like to skip a couple holes and just pick ones that aren't always right next to each other. Again, it helps create a little bit of visual interest to the string art. And you can see it's already starting to take shape. Now, I'm amazed every time I do this just how something so simple can create a really beautiful visual effect. And it really does make some nice art. There we go. Look at that. And this is great for kids because it really does help manual dexterity. I think sewing is one of those great things that we don't always do a lot anymore, but it does help us with both our hand-eye coordination, which I could use a little bit more of, and all that good stuff. There we go. All right, awesome. So I think I'm going to be done with this pink thread. There we go. And you could just imagine how much fun this would be for little kids using yarn and those big plastic yarn needles. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay. So what I'll do to finish up is I'm tying off this thread. There we go, so it's nice and tight. Okay. And then I'm going to cut off the extra here. There we go, just so that there's not a whole lot on the end. If you were making a card at the end, you could just cover this with another piece of paper and really give it a nice professional kind of finish. All right, so that's our first color. Next, I'm going to use this purple thread. Okay. And I am going to just pick, I really like to start with these ones that are in the middle between petals. There you go, we'll just pick another one. And again, I'm not going to go directly across. I'm going to go kind of at an angle. There we go. And you'll see once we start adding more and more colors, it starts to look really cool. There we go. Like, it's amazing how just adding a second color makes your artwork look so much more complex. So when you make these, people will probably be like, whoa, did you make that? That's amazing. And you'll be like, yeah, I did. I'm so cool. There we go. And all you do is you just keep going through those holes that you poked earlier. And there we go. Keep sewing. Just keep sewing. Just keep sewing. Sewing, sewing, sewing. All right. Well, I can see we're starting to get really complicated here. It's looking good. Okay, I'm going to go through this hole here. There we go. And I'm going to go back over here. Oh, I keep getting stuck. Back there. Okay, and let's go here. All right, nice, 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 nice. And how about all the way over here? All right, nice. Okay, gorgeous. Look at that. So now I'm going to take a third color. Okay, there we go. So we'll tie this one off. There we go. All right, double knot, nice and secure. Cut it off. There we go. I'm going to unthread my needle. Whoop. And I think I am going to do orange. let's do orange. I feel like this bright orange color is really going to create some visual interest. So I'm going to take a length of this. I'm going to cut it with my scissors. And then I'm going to tie one end off. There we go. Awesome. Now this is the really fun part. You guys get to see me thread a needle. So thank goodness this thread is so bright. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. Here we go. All right. Oh man. I'll tell you, when I was making my examples, it didn't go quite as smoothly as that. But there we go. We've got our next color. So this will be our last color. And all you want to do is just go through the holes that you haven't gone through already. That's kind of how you know when you're done. So you can really do this until you're satisfied with your creation. You can even add more holes if you think that it doesn't look complex enough after you've finished it. Some people go this way, like I'm going across, but you can also go across diagonally or horizontally, whatever you think your project calls for. That's the great thing about art, is you can really just let your imagination go wild. Okay. And the end product, you know, even if it's not the most beautiful thing, you can always start over and try again. Every bit of art is a little bit of practice towards becoming a master, you know, and your first one's not always going to look like the best, but, you know, that's okay. You know, I feel like you're still having a good time and exercising those creative juices and muscles. There we go. I'm going to actually poke an extra hole over there because I want my flower to look a little bit more complex. And we're going to do it here too on this side. Boop. All right, here we go. All right, and let's go down here. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to do one more. Okay, so we're going to go right here, and we're going to go right up top here. So right in there. All right, fabulous. So there it is. There's our string art flower. Okay, I'm going to tie off my thread on the back. And again, like I said, if you were making this into a greeting card, you could add a little bit of paper to the back here, or cut it out and paste it onto something. You could even make a pin, or you can make another piece of art. I feel like there's lots of possibilities for this. So with this one, I just cut it out to make some kind of design. You could put it on a notebook or something like that. I feel like this technique is really cool. It's basically just paper embroidery. So if you're getting confident with this kind of thing and you want to try it, you could even make a design on your backpack. Embroidery doesn't have to only be on a piece of a piece of embroidery, what have you. You can do a shirt, you can do a backpack, you can do your fanny pack, you know, anywhere. You can do it on your jeans, so you can make the same kind of design anywhere. Anyway, it's super cool. The possibilities are endless. All right, so with this one, you know what? I think I'm going to cut it out, okay, just to make that flower shape a little bit more prominent here. There we go. All right, let's cut it out. Oh. Say my cutting skills probably could use some work. I feel like as a grown-up, we don't really get as many great opportunities to cut as kids do. There we go. So here's my little flower. Okay. All right. And I'm going to add something in the middle. So let me pull out my glue. Ba-ba-bam. And I'm going to add a glue dot right here in the center. All right. There we go. You want to use a lot, because this is the best part. The best part. Oh my goodness. I am going to add a pom-pom in the middle. Okay. For the middle of my flower. Let's do yellow. Yeah, does that look good? No, that one's too big. Let's do this awesome pink one. There we go. And there it is. See, there's our string art flower. Isn't that fabulous? So basically from here, you can do whatever you want with it. Like I said, you could paste it onto a flower, you could hang it on your wall, make it into an earring. It's so cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to draw some leaves. Okay. So if this were a card, maybe I'll make my mother a card, you know. I think all moms and dads like getting cards. Grandmas, aunts, uncles, librarians, everybody likes getting a card, don't they? So let's draw some leaves here. There we go. I'm going to leave the center a little bit unfinished because that's where we're going to paste our flower. There we go. All right. And like I said, it's okay to make some mistakes. So you can see my flower is not like perfect, but I think it still looks pretty good, don't you? All right, there we are. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. Whoa. There we go. Nice. I say art is one of the best ways I know to relax. And just let your mind wander. There we go. Make some things in the middle there, like real leaves, and there you go. Oh no. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a whole bunch of glue right here in the middle. Whoa, there we go. Spread it around, spread it around. All right, and bada bing, bada boom. There it is. Nice. And you've got the beginnings of a wonderful card, or just some wonderful art that you can frame and put on your refrigerator. All right, everybody, nice work. So I hope that you try this technique out at home. And like I said, you can use any embroidery thread or yarn that you might have lying around. And let your imagination go wild. If you make anything, please feel free to share it with us. Tag us on Instagram or Facebook. We'd love to see your creations. All right, everybody, nice work. I hope that you've had a wonderful week so far. It is Wednesday, and here at the library, let me tell you, it is a beautiful day. I am going out in that garden here at Doylestown today, and I think it's a great place to spend time, so I hope to see you there. Now, nice work. I have one more thing I want to recommend before I finish up. I have a great book that I want to share with you that I've been reading. This is a kid's book. I just found this book and I absolutely adore it. It is called Such a Good Boy by Mariana Coppo. And it is about this amazing looking little dog. And this dog, he lives in a very fancy house. And he's a very lucky dog, but he's not sure he really likes living in that fancy house. So at the end, I don't want to spoil it, but he escapes. It's so cute. So I definitely recommend putting a hold on this one if you like stories about dogs. But I think this one will bring you guys a lot of joy, and the art in this book is just so fabulous, so I definitely recommend it. It's a Miss Michelle pick. I love it. Anyway, everybody, have a wonderful day. Please take it easy, stay safe out there, and come visit me at the Doylestown Library. Say hi anytime. This has been Miss Michelle signing off. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Do, 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 do.